are having our exams right now. It's the exam seasons, right? It's usually the time when most of us stress out or think about what we've not done already, or think about the class that we have not taken, and think about how it can affect you, and all your mind is just racing through. And that is not the solution. If you want to do well in exams, it's not just required that you have learned everything, but it also requires the peace of your mind. If your mind isn't stable while giving your exams, you will easily forget things you have already revised for. So just to learn everything is not the best strategy that you want to go for. You want to have worked hard and be confident in yourself. Whatever the situation it can be, just by improving the confidence, you can improve your exam scores. Even if you haven't done as much as others have done, but you at least have the confidence which many of us don't have, and by that you can gain an extra boost. Let's say that if we take our mind to stress, it releases cortisol. And what cortisol does is that it blocks our thinking. The amount of thoughts you can produce while you've staying calm is a lot less when cortisol is released, and so it results into a cloudy thinking, and that is the worst situation that can happen in any of us in an exam. So what I want you to do is to just relax. Just relax. Everything will occur for the best. Everything you have learned so far is enough. Trust yourself. Trusting yourself is the first way you can succeed in an exam. Of course, you need to take some action. So by action I mean studying. So I'm going to show you some of the ways to help you to improve the amount of memory that you can retain as to what you did previously. Let's start. Number 1. Visualizing your studies. Science has said that if you visualize what you are about to study, you are more likely to remember as much as 90% better than you were to do when you just kept on repeating the lines that you didn't remember. So let's take this example. If you're stuck in the line, if you don't know how to learn it properly, if it just doesn't go into your mind, what you do is you keep on revising and revising and revising the line over and over again until it gets stuck in your head. But that is not the best tactic, and science proves that. If you build a story around what you're thinking, if you keep an interest in what you're studying, I meant studying. If you keep an interest in what you're studying about, and if you keep on connecting with what you are studying right now to what you studied before and what you will study afterwards, the link will be developed, and you will no longer have to just force yourself to remember that line. It will automatically connect with what you studied before and what you will study after, so you immediately remember what is in the between. Tip number 2. And what you need to do is that consider your studying as giving a speech. How much can you elaborate it? How much can you better it? That way you should add your own taste. You should not just learn by the bookish language, but also add your own variety to what you're studying. So you easily remember, because you know yourself the best, and you know what the things you like. If you connect them with what you like, you're more likely to remember the things that you usually forget. And finally, the last tip number 3. Now, it is a very efficient technique, but many of us shy away from using this technique because we find it boring. We find it we think that it is not very useful, but in fact, if you write while you study, if you keep on jotting down small points, as small as you like them to be, then you'll definitely remember that small part, which will lead you to the better picture, to the bigger picture. And let's say you jotted down 10 points from your essay. If you want, if you have to learn an essay, if you write down 10 different things that you usually forget and write it down at least 2 or 3 times, then you'll easily remember those points, and by those points you can expand them. And so by using your own imagination, you can better your scores.